Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Easy to Be Great community once again today, where we are in day 3 of a Course in Miracles read and workbook study, and I thank you for joining me, and I hope that so far you have managed to get quite a bit out of it. Right in the very introduction of the Course in Miracles, we begin to understand the importance of us and the lack of importance about material things that are outside of what's on the inside. You know what I mean? So let's get right into today. As I previously stated, we will be reading each chapter section by section, but section 1 of chapter 1 is the principle of miracles. And there's 50 of those. So for the first 50 days, we'll be reading one principle from the principle of miracles and get right into a section read followed by a workbook study. Okay, so let's get right into things. The principle of miracle that we're discussing today is number 3. So it's chapter 1, the meaning of miracles, section 1, principles of miracles. And principle number 3 states, miracles occur naturally as expressions of love. The real miracle is a love that inspires them. In this sense, everything that comes from love is a miracle, and that does follow on the heels of everything we discussed yesterday. Our attention is so much placed on always striving for the miracle rather than realizing that the miracle is already here. Our attention should not be placed on attaining the miracle, but creating the fertile ground from which the miracle can grow. And that's our spirituality. That's who we are. That's love. Okay. And then we are also reading chapter 1, the meaning of miracles, section 4, the escape from darkness. Let's go. The escape from darkness involves 2 stages. First, a recognition that darkness cannot hide. This step usually entails fear. Second, the recognition that there is nothing you want to hide, even if you could. This step brings escape from fear. When you have become willing to hide nothing, you will not only be willing to enter into communication and communion, but will also understand peace and joy. Holiness can never be really hidden in darkness, but you can deceive yourself about it. This deception makes you fearful because you realize in your heart it is a deception, and you exert enormous efforts to establish its reality. The miracle sets reality where it belongs. Reality belongs only to spirit, and the miracle acknowledges only truth. It thus dispels illusions about yourself and puts you in communion with yourself and God. The miracle joins in the atonement by placing the mind in the service of the Holy Spirit. This establishes the proper function of the mind and corrects its errors, which are merely lacks of love. Your mind can be possessed by illusions, but spirit is eternally free. If a mind perceives without love, it perceives an empty shell and is unaware of the spirit within. But the atonement restores spirit to its proper place. The mind that serves spirit is invulnerable. Darkness is lack of light, as sin is lack of love. It has no unique properties of its own. It is an example of the scarcity belief, from which only error can proceed. Truth is always abundant. Those who perceive and acknowledge that they have everything have no needs of any kind. The purpose of the atonement is to restore everything to you, or rather, to restore it to your awareness. You were given everything when you were created, just as everyone was. The emptiness engendered by fear must be replaced by forgiveness. That is what the Bible means by "there is no death," and why I could demonstrate that death does not exist. I came to fulfill the law by reinterpreting it. The law itself, if properly understood, offers only protection. It is those who have not yet changed their minds who brought the hellfire concept into it. I assure you that I will witness for anyone who lets me, and to whatever extent he permits it. Your witnessing demonstrates your belief, and thus strengthens it. Those who witness for me are expressing, through their miracles, that they have abandoned the belief of deprivation in favor of the abundance they have learned belongs to them. Here, this particular section refers to where our thoughts are stuck. We're so accustomed to putting thought first, pattern and behavior first. What the expectations of the outside world have upon us that quantify what a good life would be. Things, the way we look, the things that we have, our job status, our bank account status. When the reality is that that's a manufactured world by man. It has a complete lack of miracle within it because of the fear that's generated as our minds begin to believe that there is lack. A lack of having equates out to a lack of being. But that's false. But it's something that many people have anchored their lives against or with. It's a fallacy to believe that we are anything outside of us, that anything outside of us has any greater meaning or purpose than what's inside of us. Without the love that's within us, everything on the outside of us is like an empty vessel. It's a shell, just like we've become empty vessels and shells of people because our understanding about who we are is completely absent from our thinking and our behaviors as based on what is appropriate and what it means to be something. Let me just tell you, my friends, we're all something. Every little bit of us is something. And it's something far greater and far more powerful and far more magnificent than anything else that surrounds us, any other idea of what success is. We are already success. It is within us. It is the love that we allow to enter in by understanding that we are love, and love is the most powerful of anything. Without love, we really are nothing. Because we're missing the point of creation, we're disallowing the miracle of what we are. And we're replacing it with something that is valueless without the love. Something to take into consideration today. Okay, and lesson 3. Now, lesson 1 was about disassociating what you believe is the meaning of anything. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is. The second day was, what I do know about these things, I've placed that meaning upon it. A chair is a chair, but a chair could be a ladder or a barricade, right? We're limiting the Most High Creator's intention for the miracle itself by labeling it. And today, our lesson takes us another step further down this thinking process. Let's go. Lesson 3 of the workbook. I do not understand anything I see in this room, on this street, from this window, in this place. Apply this idea in the same way as the previous ones, without making distinctions of any kind. Whatever you see becomes a proper subject for applying the data. Be sure that you do not question the suitability of anything for application of the idea. These are not exercises in judgment. Anything is suitable if you see it. Some of the things you see may have emotionally charged meaning for you. Try to lay such feelings aside and merely use these things exactly as you would anything else. The point of the exercises is to help you clear your mind of all past associations, to see things exactly as they appear to you now, and to realize how little you really understand about them. It is therefore essential that you keep a perfectly open mind, unhampered by judgment, in selecting the things to which the idea for the day is to be applied. For this purpose, one thing is like another, equally suitable, and therefore equally useful. Now, because I've recognized that I don't really know what the chair is, I understand that whatever value the chair has, I have placed upon it. And today, I'm going to realize that I really don't know what the chair is for. I've obviously misassigned the value of the chair. I've limited the value of the chair. Today, we look around this street, this hand. I'm sitting in front of a football field at the park. They are what they are because I've assigned that meaning to them. However, I don't know the full capacity of what they could be because I've eliminated the expansion of the miracle within it. Now, that might make some people feel vulnerable, not knowing what something is for. But it's also freedom. Freedom to discover the expansiveness of all there is. A new understanding about what a miracle is, what my participation within the illusion is. If we don't see the problem of our thinking, of our misassignment of thought, then we can never fix it. We must first see it in comparison in order to realize that there is more to it than what we know. And that's okay. Not knowing everything is a blessing. It's a freedom like one can't even understand. The freedom of allowing miracles to be as big as they could be. For my ultimate experience, that's freedom. Control and manipulation of the mind to believe anything outside of the miracle itself, which can only present itself to us, makes us short-sighted, makes us unaware, makes us believe things are miracles when they're not. When we open our minds and allow that freedom to come in, just wait to see what comes to manifest. A simple chair can turn into the greatest tool for our freedom ever, for our expansion, for our understanding and our ability to create miracles. Today, I give up everything I thought I knew. And I make room for the Most High Creator to show me what's really real, what's beyond the illusion. That's real freedom. That's the freedom I want. I love you. I hope you have a beautiful day. I'll see you again tomorrow, my friends.